Okay, it says this is 24.1.11. For each of the situations in parts A through C below, state whether the proper test to use is a chi-square goodness of fit test, a chi-square test of homogeneity, a chi-square test of independence, or just some other statistical test. So part A, a brokerage firm wants to see whether the type of account a customer has, silver, gold, or platinum, affects the type of trades that the customer makes, in person, by phone, or on the internet. It collects random samples of trades made for its customers over the past year and performs a test. Choose the correct answer below. Okay, let me just sort of remind you, this is from the chapter summary video. The goodness of fit test compares a distribution of expected outcomes for a single categorical variable. I believe an example that's sort of classically used is a die. Independence, so chi-square test of independence measures two variables on each individual. So this is when you have one big sample and you're measuring two variables. Homogeneity, very similar to independence, and it measures one variable among two or more populations. So here you have two or more samples that you've selected. You've already divided them up, and within those samples you are measuring one variable. Okay, it's actually the same statistical test you use, but the conclusion is slightly different that you reach. So back for this one, here we have one big sample, it collects a random sample of trades, and we are measuring on two variables, the type of account and type of trade. So this is a test of independence. So let's see this second one here. Okay, part B. The brokerage firm from part A also wants to know if the type of account affects the size of the account in dollars. It performs a test to see if the mean size of the account is the same for the three account types. Okay, when you see the word mean size, we're no longer talking about chi-square, right? Chi-square is talking about a categorical variable. So we need to use some other statistical test here. I'm glad I read this more carefully. There are two of these that say some other statistical test. When you look at the reason, because the counts are not independent of each other is not the reason. It's because at least one of the counts is quantitative. Close one. Part C. The academic research office at a large community college wants to see whether the distribution of courses chosen, humanities, social science, or science, is different for its residential and non-residential students. It assembles last semester's data and performs a test. Choose the correct answer below. So I'm assuming here that they are choosing, they have this data here already, so they already broke this up in humanities, social science, and science, and then they are measuring on this variable here. So that would be a test of homogeneity. We don't have one big sample. We already have these courses chosen, or want to see if it's different between these two. So that would be homogeneity, and there's just one reason here to see if distribution one or more variables is the same across two or more different groups, right? So, okay, so I hope that helps.